All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University in Aligarh. Says India is changing its image of big defence importer and acquiring new identity of important defence exporter. Vice President, Prime Minister and Lok Sabha Speaker to jointly launch Sansad TV this evening. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla to chair All India Presiding Officers Conference today. Delhi Police busts Pakistan organised terror module planning attacks in Delhi, UP and Maharashtra during festival season. More than 75 crore 81 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. JEE main results declared, 44 candidates get 100% percentile. Gujarat on red alert as heavy rain likely to lash the state over next 2 days, and Chinese ambassador to UK barred from attending British Parliament. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news since 16th of August and will continue till 15th August 2022. India Post has joined hands as the logistics partner with All India Radio News for the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. Recalling our yesterday's question, which revolutionary freedom fighter popularized the slogan Inqilab Zindabad? The correct answer is Bhagat Singh. AIR News got an overwhelming response from its listeners across the world, and the one lucky winner of the quiz is Pragya Biswal from Baidyanath Nagar, Jajpur district in Odisha.
Namaste, I am Pragya Biswal from Odisha. I am really very happy to be the winner of Amrit Mahotsav quiz. I have been listening to Air India since 2 years and it has proven beneficial for me. As I have been preparing for my competitive exams, I always wanted to know about current affairs. And listening to news has given me a great scope, great source of current affairs. The news I always listen from Air India are totally true, having no fakeness. That's why I always love to hear news from Air India. Thank you so much.
The next question of Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with the listeners on Monday, 20th of September. Celebrate 75 years of India's independence by participating in Amrit Mahotsav quiz with AIR News. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University at Aligarh in Uttar Pradesh yesterday. The Prime Minister also visited the exhibition models of the Aligarh node of upcoming Uttar Pradesh Defence Industrial Corridor and Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said, "Today, not only the country but the whole world is witnessing India manufacturing defence equipment from modern grenades and rifles to fighter aircraft, drones and warships." He said India is shedding the image of a big defence importer of the world and acquiring a new identity of an important defence exporter of the world. The Prime Minister said New industries are coming up to support the manufacture of defense-related products in the Aligarh node of the defense corridor.
डिफेंस कॉरिडोर के अलीगढ़ नोड की प्रगति का मैंने अवलोकन किया। अलीगढ़ में ही डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग से जुड़ी 1.5 दर्जन से अधिक कंपनियां सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपए के निवेश से हजारों नए रोजगार यहां बनाने वाली है। अलीगढ़ नोड में छोटे हथियार, आयुध, ड्रोन, एरोस्पेस, मेटल कंपोनेंट, एंट्री ड्रोन सिस्टम, डिफेंस पैकेजिंग ऐसे उत्पाद बन सके, इसके लिए नए उद्योग लगाए जा रहे हैं।
The Prime Minister said the centre and the Uttar Pradesh government are working together for the development of the state. He lauded the Yogi government for working towards the all-round development of the state. Mr. Modi also pointed out that today Uttar Pradesh is emerging as an attractive destination for every small and big investor of the country and across the globe. The Prime Minister said the central government is making constant effort to give strength to the farmers with small land holdings.
केंद्र सरकार का निरंतर प्रयास है कि छोटी जोत वालों को ताकत दी जाए। 1.5 गुना एमएसपी हो, किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड का विस्तार हो, बीमा योजना में सुधार हो, 3,000 रुपये की पेंशन की व्यवस्था हो, ऐसे अनेक फैसले छोटे छोटे किसानों को सशक्त कर रहे हैं। कोरोना के इस समय में देश भर के छोटे किसानों के खाते में सरकार ने 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक सीधे ट्रांसफर किए हैं।
Paying rich tribute to Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh, the Prime Minister said he devoted every moment of his life for the independence of India. Mr. Modi said the government is paying respect and remembering the freedom fighters who have been forgotten in history and could not get their actual place and honour. The Prime Minister said Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh also did a lot of work in the field of education.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare has signed 5 MOUs with private companies for taking forward digital agriculture. Speaking on the occasion, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said, the modernization of the agricultural sector will continue by infusing new technologies so that farmers can increase their income. He said the MOUs are aimed at increasing farmers' income and protecting their produce. The MOUs were signed for pilot projects with Cisco, Ninja Kart, Geo Platforms Limited, ITC Limited and NCDEX E-Markets Limited. Based on these pilot projects, farmers will be able to take informed decisions on what crop to grow, what variety of seed to use, and what best practices to adopt to maximize the yield. Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla will jointly launch Sansad TV at the main committee room at Parliament House Annex today at 6 p.m. The launch date coincides with the International Day of Democracy. The decision to merge Lok Sabha TV and Rajya Sabha TV was taken in February this year, and the CEO of Sansad TV was appointed in the month of March. Sansad TV programming will primarily be in 4 categories, that is, functioning of Parliament and democratic institutions, governance and implementation of schemes and policies, history and culture of India, and issues, interests, concerns of contemporary nature.
The 81st All India Presiding Officers Conference, AIPOC, will be held today at 11 a.m. onwards in a virtual mode. It was on this very day that the first AIPOC was held in Shimla 100 years ago. The conference is also being organized in the backdrop of International Day of Democracy, which is celebrated on the 15th of September every year. Lok Sabha Speaker and Chairperson of AIPOC, Om Birla, will chair the conference. The conference will deliberate on the role of legislature in fostering effective and meaningful democracy. The presiding officers of legislative bodies in India will attend the conference. Presiding officers of several national parliaments will also be participating in the conference. Delhi Police Special Cell has busted a Pakistan-organized terror module by arresting 6 people, including 2 terrorists who received training in Pakistan in a multi-state operation. The suspects were planning to carry out terror attacks in some major cities of the country. Briefing reporters in New Delhi yesterday, Delhi Police Special Cell Special Commissioner Neeraj Thakur said the raids were conducted in several states as part of the operation. He said 1 person was arrested from Kota in Rajasthan, 2 persons were arrested from Delhi, and 3 people from Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Thakur said the police has recovered explosives, firearms and ammunition from their possession.
दिल्ली पुलिस के स्पेशल सेल को टेरर के खिलाफ मुहिम में एक बड़ी सफलता मिली है। एक मल्टी स्टेट ऑपरेशन में हमने 6 लोगों को गिरफ्तार करा है। खास बात इसमें यह है कि इन 6 में 2 आदमी ऐसे भी हैं जो कि पाकिस्तान में जाकर इसी साल ट्रेनिंग कर वापस आए। केंद्रीय एजेंसी से हमें एक इनपुट मिला था। भारत के कुछ प्रमुख शहरों में कुछ आतंकी घटनाएं करने की एक साजिश हो रही है जो कि बॉर्डर के उस पार से है। इस सीरियस इनपुट को देखते हुए दिल्ली पुलिस के स्पेशल सेल ने एक खास टीम कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करी। जब ह्यूमन और टेक्निकल इनपुट्स एनालाइज किया गया तो देखा कि ये तो कई स्टेट्स में फैला हुआ एक काफी बड़ा नेटवर्क है।
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University in Aligarh. Says India is changing its image of big defence importer and acquiring new identity of important defence exporter. Vice President, Prime Minister and Lok Sabha Speaker to jointly launch Sansad TV this evening. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla to chair All India Presiding Officers Conference today. Delhi Police bust Pakistan organised terror module planning attacks in Delhi, UP and Maharashtra during festival season. More than 75 crore 81 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. JEE main results declared. 44 candidates get 100 percentile. Gujarat on red alert as heavy rain likely to lash the state over next 2 days. And Chinese ambassador to UK barred from attending British Parliament. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 75 crore 81 lakh. The Union Health Ministry said around 57 crore vaccine doses have been administered as the first dose and over 18 crore vaccine doses given as second dose. The ministry said more than 54 lakh vaccine doses have been administered till 7 p.m. yesterday. The new phase of universalization of COVID-19 vaccination commenced from 21st of June this year. The ministry said the vaccination exercise as a tool to protect the most vulnerable population groups in the country from COVID-19 continues to be regularly reviewed and monitored at the highest level. Kerala government has decided to ease restrictions in the Nipah containment zones of Kozhikode district. The decision was taken as the incubation period of 14 days was over and no new cases have been reported from the area. Samples of 143 persons who were in the contact list of the child who succumbed to Nipah virus last week have tested negative so far. However, Ward 9 in the Chatmangalam Panchayat will continue to be a containment zone. The decision was taken after consultations with an expert committee and medical board.
The joint entrance exam JEE main results have been declared. The Education Ministry said 44 candidates have got 100 percentile and 18 candidates have secured All India Rank 1. Beginning from this year, JEE main was conducted 4 times a year to offer flexibility to students and a chance to improve their scores. The first phase was held in February, the second in March, third in July and fourth in August-September. 9,34,602 candidates appeared in 4 editions of JEE main. The examination was conducted in 13 languages. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events is being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahatsav. Now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On this day in 1891, a revolutionary who gave us our salutation, Jai Hind, and fought for India's independence from the foreign land was born. The name of this legendary freedom fighter is Chempakraman Pillai, also called Jai Hind Pillai.
Thirsting for freedom of the country, Pillai wanted to create an anti-British army and redeem India from the foreign rule. Chempakraman Pillai was born in Thiruvananthapuram to Tamil parents. It is said that Raman Pillai rallied against the British and shouted out Jai Hind or Jai Hindustan Ki in the school campus.
Raman Pillai continued his education in Austria and went on to complete his diploma in engineering. He also graduated in public governance and economics and had a grasp over 12 languages.
In 1914, when the First World War broke out, overseas Indian revolutionaries attempted to seize the opportunity to enlist German support for India's fight for freedom. Pillai was one of them.
Indian revolutionaries in Europe contacted the German embassy in Zurich. In September 1914, the International Pro-India Committee was formed with Pillai as the president and Zurich as the headquarters. From Zurich, Pillai ran the German-English monthly Pro-India. The magazine put forward the Indian view of the world to the German people.
In October 1914, Pillai founded the Berlin Committee in support of the Indian cause. The following year, the International Pro-India Committee and the Berlin Committee combined to form the Indian Independence Committee. A series of plans were put together between 1914 and 1917 to form an international front against the British Raj.
The Indian revolutionaries even went so far as to form a provisional government of India in Kabul in 1915 with Chempakraman Pillai as the foreign minister. The plan was to bring Turkish and German soldiers to Afghanistan and assist Kabul in launching a war against the Raj.
The attack on the northwest frontier would be reinforced by a mutiny in the Indian army and a popular upsurge against the British rule. But the plan failed and led to a severe backlash from the British.
After the World War I ended, Pillai stayed on in Europe and continued his nationalist work. He died in Berlin in 1934 with a last wish that his ashes be carried on a ship with tricolour flying on it. Pillai's wife Lakshmibai returned to India with his ashes.
She travelled with them from Bombay to Thiruvananthapuram aboard INS Delhi some years after the independence and immersed them in the river Karmana.
Also on this day in the year 1940, one of the most important resistance movements against the British rule in Malabar took place at Kannur district in Kerala. The Provincial Congress Committee gave a call to the people of Malabar to observe 15 September as Anti-Imperialist Day.
There were meetings and demonstrations all over Malabar against the imperialism. Violent clashes took place between the people and the police at several places. 2 young men were killed in a clash between a mob and a police party at Murara.
In connection with this incident, K.P.R. Gopalan, a prominent communist, was arrested on a charge of murder and later sentenced to death. But, owing to the intervention of political leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi, the death penalty was not carried out. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
As part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, AIR News is airing Nishan, a 75-episode program on landmark sites associated with the freedom movement. It is being broadcast every Wednesday in a Parikrama program at 4:45 p.m. In today's episode, we will bring you the story of Jallianwala Bagh.
स्वाधीनता संग्राम के वे निशान जो साक्षी हैं हमारे सेनानियों के संघर्ष और बलिदान के। आकाशवाणी समाचार ला रहा है विशेष श्रृंखला निशान। हर बुधवार को शाम 4:45 पर कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में FM गोल्ड 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर।
India and UK have aimed for launching the negotiations on free trade agreements by 1st of November this year. The matter came up during the discussions between Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal and his British counterpart Secretary of State Elizabeth Truss. Mr. Goyal said that the proposed free trade agreements FTA between the two countries will unlock extraordinary business opportunities and generate jobs. He said there is tremendous interest in the business community in both countries, India and UK, about this FTA. The minister said that there is keenness to have an early conclusion of negotiations for quick and early economic benefits to businesses on both the sides.
The Ministry of Commerce and Industry has said that the country's merchandise exports have risen nearly 46% to $33.28 billion in August. Similarly, India's overall combined exports of merchandise and services in August 2021 are estimated to be $52.2 billion, exhibiting a positive growth of 33.99% over the same period last year. According to the data released by the ministry, overall imports in August 2021 are estimated to be $58.57 billion, registering a positive growth of 45.38% over the same period last year. Overall imports in April to August 2021 are estimated to be $273.45 billion, exhibiting a positive growth of 64.18% over the same period last year. In a sign of diplomatic war between China and the United Kingdom, Chinese ambassador to Britain has been barred from attending an event in the British Parliament by the speakers. Britain's move came after Beijing imposed sanctions on UK lawmakers earlier this year as they highlighted alleged human rights abuses in China's Xinjiang province. Speaker of the House of Commons Lindsay Hoyle and Speaker of the House of Lords John McFall stepped in yesterday to prevent Chinese ambassador Zheng Jiguang from speaking at the event. Hoyle said he was not banning the Chinese ambassador permanently, but only while the sanctions remained in place. Zheng was due to address the all-party parliamentary China group, which is made up of members from both houses of parliament. China had imposed sanctions on 9 British politicians, lawyers, and an academic in March this year for allegedly spreading lies and disinformation over the treatment of Uyghur Muslims. A red alert has been sounded in Gujarat as many parts of the state are expected to receive heavy to extremely heavy rains over the next 2 to 3 days. Heavy rain lashed Jamnagar and Rajkot on Monday. Junagadh district received over 150 millimeters of rainfall. India Meteorological Department said heavy to very heavy rain is likely to continue in Junagadh. Heavy to very heavy rains are also likely to occur in Surat, Dang, Navsari, Valsad, Tapi, Rajkot, Amreli, Bhavnagar, Gir Somnath districts over the next 3 days. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel held a review meeting with the top officials in the flood-hit areas of Saurashtra. He said that more NDRF teams will be deployed if required. He was speaking after making an aerial survey of flood-hit areas of Jamnagar and Rajkot districts in Saurashtra. The district authorities have evacuated more than 5,000 people amid forecast of heavy rains. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
Rescue and relief works are in full swing in the flood-hit areas of Saurashtra. 20 teams of National Disaster Relief Force (NDRF) have been deployed across the state in view of flooding due to heavy rain. The teams have been sent to flood-hit areas of Saurashtra and South Gujarat. According to the sources, the 5 teams have been airlifted from Punjab. Navy has dispatched a disaster relief team consisting of naval divers. This will report to district authorities at Rajkot and join rescue efforts as and when required. 6 more teams have been kept ready to augment the ongoing rescue works in flood-hit areas. Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. Jammu is expected to have mainly clear sky. The maximum temperature will be around 35 degrees, while it recorded 23 degrees Celsius as minimum. Srinagar may witness a sunny day. The minimum temperature was 14 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be nearly 31 degrees. Leh will have mainly clear sky. Gilgit is likely to witness mainly clear sky. Muzaffarabad is likely to witness a clear sky. Temperature will hover between 20 and 37 degrees Celsius. National capital Delhi will have a generally cloudy sky with light to moderate rain. The city recorded 25 degrees Celsius as the minimum temperature, while the maximum will be around 33 degrees. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum and maximum temperature hovers between 26 and 31 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Chennai is likely to have partly cloudy sky. Hyderabad is expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Bengaluru is also expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will hover between 20 and 29 degrees Celsius. Guwahati may have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Imphal is likely to have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Aizawl is predicted to have generally cloudy sky with a moderate rain.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. All the dailies have covered the news of the first ever in-person Quad Summit to be hosted by US President in September. A Hindustan Times headline writes, Modi to meet Biden in US amid Afghan crisis. The Pioneer has quoted scientists of international group rejecting the idea of booster dose under the headline, Vax efficacy negates need for booster dose. Quoting the Indian Genomics Consortium, The Hindu writes, Coronavirus variants Mu C12 not detected in India. Haryana creates document database, now student verification just a click away and can be used for scholarships, subsidies and pensions, notes the Tribune. The Hindu Business Line reports, food delivery apps may be treated as restaurants told to pay GST. Freeing up almost 50 acres of the Central Vista redevelopment project, 7,000 Defence Ministry staffers to shift to new offices from decades-old Hutman. PM to inaugurate the complexes tomorrow, says the Economic Times. And finally, according to a survey, richest 10% in India own over 50% of assets, reports the Times of India.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University in Aligarh, says India is changing its image of big defence importer and acquiring new identity of important defence exporter. Vice President, Prime Minister and Lok Sabha Speaker to jointly launch Sansad TV this evening. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla to chair All India Presiding Officers Conference today. Delhi Police busts Pakistan organised terror module planning attacks in Delhi, UP and Maharashtra during festival season. More than 75 crore 81 lakh doses of COVID vaccine administered in the country so far. JEE main results declared, 44 candidates get 100th percentile. Gujarat on red alert as heavy rain likely to lash the state over next 2 days. And Chinese ambassador to UK barred from attending British Parliament. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.